Okay, this is the very first episode of The Honest Journey. My name is Faith, and I am the host, the owner of this podcast, which I am super excited starting, but at the same time, I'm super nervous because I opened up my phone. I'm like, it's April 1st. I felt like I wasted the first 3 months of this year, and I was like, yep, we're doing stuff that makes us uncomfortable, and we're doing stuff we've been wanting to do for a while. And that's one of them was a podcast. So I'm like, you know what? Pick up the mic. It doesn't matter if I have something planned or not. We're going to record it. Do I have something planned? No. Do I have to head to school pretty soon because I have my finals that I'm starting? Yes. Do I only have 20 minutes to record this so I can get to school on time? Yes. And is this unplanned? Yes, yes, and yes. But am I still going to record and do it and edit it and still post it whether it's good or not? Again, yep. I feel like it's just fitting when I'm like the honest journey where I'm transparent and honest about everything that's going on with me, of things that I'm comfortable sharing, of any subject that I want to talk about and giving my honest opinion. Is it not fitting for my first episode that is unplanned, have no script, and I'm being honest by the fact that, hey, whether this is shit or not, I'm going to post this, and it's most likely going to be not as great as the other ones because, duh, it's my first episode. I've never record a podcast in my life. Two, did I mention that I have finals right now? Like, as I'm talking, I'm also thinking about the answers I'm going to put on that paper. Yep. It's tough. The streets are tough, but hey, we're doing it. And for my very first episode, I just want to give a few disclaimers. Number one, there will be no video podcast for at least the first 3 months. Maybe longer. Maybe if I really don't want to do it, maybe longer. But at least the first 3 months. Here's why. In this podcast, I asked myself for a while, what do I want out of this? And I said, I have never seen anybody really show themselves and be honest about their struggles from ground zero. Like, I have listened to all the motivational wellness books. Like, you can, if you name it, I'm pretty sure I bought it or listened to it. Pretty sure. But none of them really are honest about the fact that, yeah, they have all this knowledge about the way they should act, the way they should react, and the way that they should present themselves. Like, they have all this knowledge of all the things that they should do and shouldn't do. But none of them are honest about the fact that, yeah, they know all of this. But sometimes when they're actually put in these situations, they act out of character. They're not fully themselves. They had times that they felt alone. They weren't always like this because when they were at ground zero, their opinions were different. Maybe they didn't believe in freaking forgive and forget, which it will be an episode because I have my opinions on that statement. Forgive and forget, wish. But at least if we would have seen that, maybe people would have more respect for these people, or maybe when they're in their ground zero moments that they don't know who they are or what they should do, or they're like at this point of like they're just scared of life because they don't know what tomorrow holds. If we would have saw what people look like at ground zero, maybe a lot of us wouldn't feel so pressured to become successful, be like all these people on the internet, fake that we're happy 24/7 when we're not, you know? And like they said, if you can't find it, if you can't search it, then you should just do it. I'm just like, let me be that person. Because when I tell you, I don't think I'm ground zero. I think I'm ground -10. That's how I'm feeling. And the purpose of this podcast is not for me to give you motivational spills, like, give you that dopamine hit that you need for of motivation that will only last for maybe 2 days, 15 minutes minimum, 2 days max, and then for you to be going back like the way you were. That is not the goal, because I don't know about you, I'm done with these motivational like podcasts, which honestly they're needed. They're great and they do help people. But I also want the real and the just the honest truth, raw, given without any sugarcoating, you know, and let people to take it out how it is. And I'm gonna warn you right now, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna mess up. I'm pretty sure when I'm giving my opinion, I won't say it in the way that you want to hear it, or I might use a term that shouldn't be used in the context of the conversation I'm trying to give, or I might just point blank offend you. And if you're easily offended and all you can think about once you get offended is leave so many negative comments and all that, just block me to keep, so that way you have a peace of mind and I have a peace of mind. We both win at the end of the day. You block me, you don't get to see me offend you. You don't get so riled up that you leave so many negative comments. And I keep peace of mind because I don't have to read that negative comments and think poorly and badly of you. Like, is that not a win-win? But the purpose of me doing this podcast is not to sugarcoat everything and make everybody feel good. At the end of the day, this podcast is for me, and I'm not trying to feel good. I'm trying to be good. I'm trying to be better. And in every single one of the wellness and motivational podcasts, books, you name it, they all say the same thing. You're going to be uncomfortable now so that later you can be comfortable. And that is what this podcast is for me to re-listen, to go back and to be uncomfortable with the things that I'm saying and to catch myself when I'm not living up to the standard that I'm saying on here, you know? And I'll be honest and transparent about the times I slip and I said, hey, when I'm in XYZ situation, I act like this. And I'll be honest and I'll tell you if I didn't act like that, if real human emotions took over and I acted out of character, which is bound to happen. Damn, I'm only 18. Like, I have years, decades to make so many mistakes. And on the internet, it might be one of them. Like, I might say something that people might not, take well. But I am willing to take that risk for me to be able to grow. Now, for this first episode will be the only one that I am going to give you a little dopamine hit. Because I feel like I need this right now. After I record this, even if it's bad, even if it's trash, I'm going to re-listen to this. Because this is what I need for the season and that I'm in right now in my life. And I'm pretty sure you've seen it on TikTok when you scroll on Instagram. But I think it's needed to be said. And this is the only one that I will assign my name next to. Like, I'll be like, I'll send it to everybody. And it's when people just say, just do it. Just freaking do it. Do what, Faith? What do you mean, do it? I mean, just do it. Every little thing that you ever wanted to do, anytime an opportunity came and you seriously just wanted to do it, just do it. And this is coming from somebody who is trying to learn how to stop being a people pleaser and stop allowing other people's perspectives of me control the way I live. And I think what really opened my eyes was after my social media fast. Yeah, I did a 30 days no Instagram. That's really the only social media where I see other people's lives and like honestly interested and like that I can spend hours on. It's really only one. And so I took it off, uninstalled it from my phone because after the 2 days I started, I already started like going back to it. And I was like, you know what? Let's uninstall it. So I did. I uninstalled that. And after the 30 days, life was still lifing. Life was still being rude and hitting me on the back of my head. And I wasn't feeling the best. And just keep in mind, I've been in this very, like, I don't want to use the word depression, but that is like what I'm struggling with, like very depressive state. Like 95% of me always feels empty and the other 5 is just angry and sadness. And maybe a 0.001% is maybe filled with the happy moments. But I don't know, no matter how many words of affirmation I've done or no matter how many times I tried to change my mindset, I always end up back in the same place, empty, sad, angry, and maybe a little bit of happiness. But during the 30 days, just living my life. And when I came back, it made me realize that, how do I say this? It made me realize that people still live their lives. Like, of course you always hear it, but I feel like you have to do it for yourself. Like, just take off your social media, block everybody if you can, or just, people that are not relevant in your life, that are not even close to you, that like they just say hey to you when they need something or whatever. Just take whatever distracting you off, and whatever you're using to compare yourself to, just uninstall it, take it off. And you're just going to realize after that nobody cared for the fact that you weren't there anymore. Like, unless they have your number for them to call you, like, you weren't really that relevant in their lives. And it's not even to be rude or mean, it's just facts. I wasn't, you weren't, we both weren't. Hey. And I started to realize that, everybody's the main character in their own book, in their own little story, in their own lives. You're the main character. Whether you like it or not, you are. But I was treating myself like if I was a backup character, those little backup people that are just like walking past to fill up the screen to make it look more lively. I was treating myself in my own life like if I was a backup character. And everybody else is living their lives. Everybody else is taking risk. Like, when I came back on, the amount of people that I used to go to school with, or the amount of people that I saw or look up to, the amount of stuff they did, like, or are doing, they're doing stuff regardless of what other people think of them. They're starting their businesses, they're starting their music career, they're starting their acting career. Whatever they're doing, they're already starting. And I had to ask myself, why the heck am I not doing that too? Like, bro, I'm 18. I'm almost 19 in a month, but I'm 18. I'm looking back on my high school days and the amount of opportunities or things I didn't do because I was so scared and afraid of other people's opinions of me. Oh gosh, I've already started to build this list of regret. And I have a lot right now that I'm like, I feel like I'm like my parents, like when your parents are like, oh, what if I did this? If I would have done that, I would have been here in my life. I would have been successful. I would have been happier. I feel like I'm already doing that. And I'm just 18. And I think maybe for me was even more scarier is that ever since I was young, the like earliest age I can like honestly remember and recollect all my memories, maybe 8, is I've always been a people pleaser, always trying to conform myself in a way that other people can accept me, trying to be everything else but trying to discover who I was. And now that I'm an adult, which I can't really afford to make so many mistakes as much as before. Like, yes, I mean, like, yeah, you can fail in businesses, you can fail and all that, but I mean, like, big mistakes. You can't really afford to make big mistakes when you're finally legally adult. I can't afford to do that anymore. But if I would have took risks, taken every opportunity, like if it was a bar of gold and to snatch it up, if I would have done that, maybe I would have discovered of more of who I am. Because right now, if anybody were to ask me, who the hell are you? I don't know. I wouldn't know. And I'm not saying that you should know who you are by 18, but you should at least have a little bit of that foundation, fully knowing what you truly like, knowing like your personality in this, like maybe not in its fullest, but as much as you possibly can. Like, at least your foundation should be set in the way that it's so hard for people to change your opinions because you already discovered that for yourself. And you're like, right now, that's what I like. Maybe 10 years from now, I'm going to change my mind. Of course, everybody grows. But right now, this is what I like. This is what I think. These are my opinions. And you can't really change that. For me, my foundation is cracks, full of holes, incomplete, and like the softest wind could blow and I would fall. and I wouldn't be able to tell you without hesitation who I am. And I think that plays a role when I was like younger. Like I was always trying to search for other people's validation, acceptance, approval. And that took in its form of me trying to get a certain title, being known as the smart one. When I was no longer the smart one, being known as the reliable one, being known as the organizer, being known, like I always endlessly trying to chase these titles because first of all, I didn't know who I was. Second of all, I never even tried to perfect a skill, any skill that would even grant me those titles. And number two, there was always somebody better. Of course, there's always somebody better in the room, but like when somebody would be better than me and would take away that title, it's like if I'm starting from ground zero and having to like climb up that ladder again, trying to allow people to see something else that I'm good at so that they can give me that title. And did it serve me? No, because now I'm 18 and I know nothing about myself. I really don't. And maybe I'm exaggerating. Like, of course, maybe I know my favorite color and like my favorite foods and stuff, but I don't know who this person is. Who is Faith? Who is she? I have no freaking idea. None whatsoever. And I think once I entered into university, it really hit me, like it slapped me in my face because I've always felt alone all the time. I always felt alone. Like I would always say like to myself, like no matter how many people are in the room, no matter how many friends I have, no matter who I'm surrounded with, I always felt like I was the only one there. Like I was alone, stranded, and nobody could understand me. And at a point I was feeling crazy. I was like, why do you feel alone? You have all these friends, things that you were searching for. You have people to validate certain titles that you feel like that you are. Like you're the organizer, you're the responsible one. You're all these type of stuff that people say. People are telling me who I am, but I wouldn't be able to tell you who I am. And I think when university started, because I took a program that like no, I have none of my friends are in it. Like I see them here and there in school, but like none of my friends, my close friends are in those programs. We did not organize a way for us to have the same classes together. Like I was fully alone and isolated. I was literally what I've been telling myself since I was like 8 or 10. I've been telling myself for the longest time, no matter how many people are in the room, I always feel alone. And I was literally living that. Like, yeah, there were other people around me, but like, I knew nobody, didn't talk to anybody, just did my work and left. That's the definition of feeling alone. It was the closest way that could represent the way I always felt inside. I was starting to go in this endless rabbit hole of trying to figure out who the hell this person is and going into these severe like moments of depression. And like one week I'll be doing good, the next week it's hard for me to try to even get out of my bed. And then again I have to put on this mask around people of like, yeah, I'm happy, I'm good, but when really inside all I want to do is just crawl up in a corner and cry. And so after I did this social media fast, I realized, hey, everybody else is concerned about their own happiness. So why aren't you? It doesn't mean I need to be selfish. It doesn't mean that I have to now have a big ego and nobody can talk to me now. And it doesn't matter what I'll do, I'll become a jerk and one of those mean girls. Like, no. It just means that I had to start prioritizing my own happiness. And one of the things that I realized when I was thinking about that is I want that when I'm on my deathbed, that I have the shortest list of regrets. The shortest one. Or maybe even better yet, let it be non-existent. I don't even want to have a list of regrets. But the goal is, for me right now where I am, I want to have the shortest list of regrets of when I'm on my deathbed looking back on everything I've done, all the interactions, all the people that are in my life, everything that I've done accomplished, all the failures I've had, all the things that I've done, that if somebody were to ask me on my deathbed, do you have any regrets? That I could say confidently, without even thinking nor hesitation, no. That if somebody then there when I'm on my deathbed asks me, who are you? That I can reply without even thinking twice. That you would have to even stop me because the list would be too long of me describing to you who I am. That I would inspire other people to be that way too. That they'll be like, you know what? I want to be on that level where if somebody asks me who I am confident. I have my head held high, my chest out, and saying this is who I am, and I'm unapologetic about it. That's what I want to do, and that's where I want to be, and that's my goal. But we all had to start somewhere. And I think this podcast is proof of it. I wouldn't even imagine in a million years me like actually getting the balls to start it. I always wanted to start a podcast, but I never even thought of me actually posting it online, giving people the opportunity to listen to what I'm saying. Like, that in itself is scary. But again, I'm just 18, turning 19 soon, and I need to do stuff that I want to do. Like, I need to prioritize me for a change and stop thinking about what other people will think or what other people will say. Because the only one that's living with this unhappiness, and the only one that feels empty 24/7, and the only one that feels like they have to wear a mask all the time, which is honestly exhausting, is me. And so why am I not concerned about me? Why am I not concerned about my own happiness? About things that could maybe fill me up with joy or not? And so this year I told myself, hey, I already wasted about like 3 months of this year. Well, not really wasted. I would say I learned a lesson. And the lesson is right now, just do it. And it's April 1st, so I'm starting like now. April 1st, don't even know where this podcast is heading. Don't even know, like, I can't even give you like a blueprint of what I think this will be. But I just know one thing, that I'm just doing it. And that's all that I need right now, is just do it. And so I gave myself a challenge, this is the only challenge where I'm actually going to be like, yeah, you do it now. Everything else that I like give, I'm going to do it myself first, and I'm going to give you updates in the next the next episodes. But this one, I'm pretty sure like you can't, this can't mess up your life. I don't feel like if you do this, it's going to make you feel less than you already do, if you feel the way I do. But I gave myself 5 things that I wanted to at least start this year. I don't have to finish it, but at least start 5 things. And of course, the podcast is one of them. But I'm going to write 5 things in details, in depths, about what I want to see out of it. Now, it just doesn't mean that I had to succeed in it. It doesn't mean that, like, I have to be the best at it. Like, I could fail. I could come on this podcast and be like, yeah, I tried this. Did it go as I wanted? No, I'm not even doing it anymore. But at least I can say at the end of the day that I tried it. And at least I could check off one thing off my list. Or at least tick off. Let me rephrase. At least I could take off one thing off my list of regrets that I could or would have had on my deathbed. And so this is my challenge for you. Think about 5 things. Now, I want you to be intentional with the things that you're thinking about, things that you want to do for a long time. Now, after you think about those 5 things, I want you to be open to the idea that you might fail at it, and that being okay. Because one thing I don't want you to do is to go in, jump in, dive into all of it, right? Start all 5 things and hoping that you're going to be successful in all of them, and that it's going to be great, and the success part is going to give you joy. That is not the point. Because I don't really believe in failures. I believe failures allows you to learn new stuff and to learn what not to apply next time. So it's not really a failure. But let's say it doesn't go as planned. You don't reach what you want to reach was that thing. I want you to sit down and say to yourself, and be honest. Because this is what this is about. Be honest. Are you going to be okay with that? Are you going to be okay with it not going the way you imagined it at first? Are you going to be okay with it? You know what? Scratch that. Don't even imagine what you want to come out of it. Have no expectations. Just do it. No expectations at all. Just do it. And if the only thing that is keeping you from doing it is other people's opinions of you, is proof that you should just do it. Just do it. And give yourself till the end of the year. Even if, maybe not till the end of the year, but like, till like you feel like you gave it your all. Till like you feel like, yeah, you gave 100% of your time, attention to it, and it just didn't work, and it's fine. And move on. Try the next thing. The goal is that when you and I are at our deathbeds, is that the list of regrets we have is close to zero. The closest as possible to zero. And you can only do that if you start today. It doesn't matter if you're like, I don't know, 14, 18, 30, 50. Just do it. And see where it heads and what it gives you and what you'll learn from it. And how fulfilled you'll feel by the end of it. No matter if you succeed at it or if you fail at it and learn a lesson from that failure. Just do it. Because time is so freaking short. And yeah, it's going to feel uncomfortable now. But don't let the suffering of today disappoint the future you. Don't let the fact that you're scared of other people's opinions and what other people think of you for you to not do that thing, just for you 10, 20 years down the line to be so disappointed in that decision. Don't let that be you. Don't let that be your story. Because I know I've done it for a minute. Like I have a list of regrets already of stuff that I wish I would have done during high school. The risks that I wish I would have taken, every opportunity that came to me, how much I wish I would have just taken it like if it was like treasure and just snatch it up as fast as possible, already dictating whether I'm going to win or lose, and that stopping me from doing what I ultimately wanted to do. I already have that list. That I already started that list and I'm only 18 and I just don't want that list to be any longer. And I don't know if you want your list to be any longer at all. But again, just do it. If that's not the story you want to tell on your deathbed, if you don't want to repeat the same thing that your parents say of like, what if only I did this, I would have been happier. No, let's not do that. Let's do everything that we want to do now. If you can just take one thing, it's just do it. Because I'm just doing it. Proof right here. The honest journey is for me to prove to you that I'm preaching what I'm saying and I'm doing what I'm telling you to do. And this is the proof. I'm just doing it. I'm just recording this podcast with this old mic that I had for at least 2 years. Maybe the audio won't even be that great because I don't even have headsets on right now. So I can't even hear if the audio is great or not. But I'm just doing it. And so what is your excuse for not doing it? What is your excuse for making that list of regrets longer? What is it? Because I know I have none. I have none right now for not wanting to record this. And so do you. Like, if anything, I have more reasons not to record this because I had to head to class like now. I have to start leaving so I can do my finals. Okay? So if you don't have the same problem as me, you have no reason to not do it. So even if you feel uncomfortable, even if you feel like people are going to judge you, womp womp, let's go cry about it 10 seconds in a corner. Womp womp. Did you cry? Did you feel it? Are you done crying? Me too, I'm done crying. Let's both wipe our tears and let's just go do it. And let's be uncomfortable right now so that future us can be super happy. Because that's what I want. I want happiness. I want peace. I want joy. And I'm on the journey trying to figure out what that is. On the honest journey. And that starts with being honest with yourself. And that starts with being honest with yourself and taking the steps that needs to be taken for you to reach that goal. And so, yeah, this was the first episode. I hope you enjoyed it. This was unplanned. I had to hurry up because I had to get to my final exam. But hey, thank you for joining. If you like it, please leave a like. If you don't and you think I can improve on the stuff, please leave a comment to let me know if I can improve or not. And if nobody's listening, hey Faith, this podcast is for you anyways. So re-listen to it and keep on re-listening to it until you make your other podcast episode. And to that, and also, if you're just somebody who I already offended and all you can think about is hate comments, block me, please. Let's both block each other. Because that way I have peace of mind so that I don't have a negative light on your character, and you have a peace of mind so that I don't hurt your thumbs by typing so many hateful comments. But I not like if I'm that relevant right now because it's only episode 1. And remember, this podcast is for me, and I am no stranger to blocking anybody. Okay, I have to leave now. Bye, and I hope you guys have a great day. Bye bye.